What's going on there, everyone? Well, I gotta say, it's a dang shame when the left has gone so extreme that they have me, a very conservative Republican, agreeing constantly with things that Obama's saying now. I mean, who would have thought that would ever happen? But yeah, I mean, once again, Obama's come out and called them said they're going too far left, and I gotta tell you, the Twitterati mobs, the woke outrage cancel culture mobs are going crazy about it. They hate it. They can't stand it. They have completely turned on Obama, and that's, for me, a conservative is a beautiful thing, because that means that the progressives are they're gonna inevitably go so far to the extreme, which they already really have when you look at the policies they want to enact right now. They're already way too far left. I mean, to an insane level. But yeah, beautiful. Let's get into this. Dems outraged. Obama called them too far left. Create too far left hashtag to prove him wrong. This is exactly what we can expect from these modern progressives. All they want to do is go on Twitter and put stupid hashtags out everywhere. Like anyone cares. Come on. Liberal pundits and activists criticized former President Barack Obama on Saturday morning after he suggested the Democratic Party should avoid leaning too far left ahead of the 2020 elections. Democrats laid into former president after he urged them to consider a moderate approach during a fundraising meeting on Friday. Climate activists and pundits turned on Obama, suggesting on Twitter, imagine that. Imagine that. They just play into all the little stereotypes that, yeah, it's perfect. That he was enabling that white supremacists gain a foothold in American politics. What? What? What are you even... What? Now, I understand leaps and bounds. But by God, they cleared all that. They jumped a country mile. My God, man. To insinuate that because Barack Obama wants these crazy leftist activist types to chill out a little bit, he's now dog whistling to white supremacists? I don't understand your logic, lefties. I really don't understand your logic, and it doesn't make any sense. This is a good thing, though. This is a good thing, because the moderates who still own the majority of the Democratic Party are going to see this type of stuff and be like, what? I can't vote for these lefties if they think Obama is dog whistling to white supremacists, because that's just insane. I mean, come on. Obama's not he's not the most racially tolerant person. If you look up a lot of his college writings, doesn't seem to like the white man too much. But, you know, I can understand. He did grow up in a different time, so I can get some of his feelings. But, yeah, to say he is enabling white supremacists getting a foothold in American politics is absolutely insane. And in a roundabout way, they're pretty much saying that the conservatives are white supremacists, and I reject that notion, because no. Anybody who thinks their color person is supreme is a very strange individual and needs some mental therapy, you know? Now, I am like I'm a American nationalist, so I do think America and Americans, to me, my personal opinion, are the best in the world. But, you know, saying Americans are moderate than these wild leftists is basically conceding that the far-right propaganda machine has prevailed. Peter Dow, a former aide to Hillary Clinton, wrote in a tweet last Saturday. He took credit for starting the hashtag. What an idiot. Peter, you are not the most, not even remotely a bright individual. I don't know how you've made it as far and become so popular as you have. Wow. I mean, come on, man. And the average American, I would say, is vastly more moderate than these wild leftists. And that's not conceding anything to the far right propaganda machine. I don't much care for the far right. Sorry, I don't think a lot of conservatives do, because the actual real far right think more like leftists. You know, the whole socialist thing, and they want more of a national form of socialist, which we've seen that's bad. And the progressives want more of a global form of socialism, which just is absolutely an insane thought. You can't really have socialism if you're a globalist type of... It's just not going to work, sorry. I launched the hashtag too far left tag because I've had it with Republicans, media elites, and corporate Dems enabling fascists while denigrating those who seek economic and social justice as too far left. He added in a follow-up tweet. No. I don't mind people seeking economic and social justice. I don't mind that. But y'all take everything to such an extreme that even Barack Obama has to come out against you. Come on, man. Come on. Reality check here. Reality. It's where you live. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure in your mind it's not. But, yeah, reality is where you live. And, enabling fascists. That is the left. The left are the fascists. They're the ones attacking people for speech, shutting down events everywhere because they don't like it, or they don't like the speaker, or something like that. Attacking people for their beliefs. Who's the fascist here? Republicans, you know, there was a switch. There was a big switch because not even 10 years ago, Democrats were seen as the party that supported freedom of speech and all this stuff. And now it's all the Republicans because the left is taking over the Democratic Party, and they don't want freedoms. At least the elites in the progressives, you know, the AOCs, Rashida Tlaib's, Ilhan Omar's, they don't want you to be able to speak your opinion. They only want their opinion because they're authoritarians. Fascist. They're becoming fascist. And they're too stupid to see it. Or they're not. And that's another route we could go down one day. Other Democrats use the hashtags to express their own positions. Speaking of a little Jim, Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, for instance, told her Twitter followers Saturday that if being hashtag too far left means believing healthcare is a human right, which it's not. Sorry, healthcare's not a human right. No. And all student debt should be canceled. No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. You got yourself into that. Y'all decided to go to those expensive, fancy schools. That's on you. Have some self-accountability. Pay off your debt. There's a lot of good programs out there that'll help you pay off your debt with minimal interest. So come on, use those instead of whining and complaining that a decision you made is kind of screwing you with debt. It's a decision you made. No one else should bail you out. Self-accountability, people. The left has none of that anymore, it seems. And not all. I don't like to make blanket statements, so. But not all the people on the left are like this. Just a good portion of them. Or at least the ones that are out in the public eye. And then count me in. Climate change activist also weighed in. Oh, God. Like I care what a climate change activist has to say. They're crazy. I'm hashtag too far left because I trust scientists. No, you don't. When they say we need transformative change in all aspects of society. Eric Holthaus and meteorologists and activists, of course, said on Twitter, of course, Twitter, you're garbage. You are garbage. Just Twitter might as well just be called like the activist playground or something, because that's all it is. It's just a bunch of people that have crappy opinions, spewing them, and then attacking everybody else for theirs. Doesn't make any sense. He linked a 2018 Grist article titled UN Climate Change, or Climate Report shows civilization is at stake if we don't act now. Yeah, no it's not. No it's not. Because there's a couple things you got to understand when it comes to this, is it's not the general full-on scientific consensus that the world's going to be going through crazy drastic changes. It's just not. There are some scientists, yes, there are some scientists that believe that this could be happening. But every time they make a model, a projected model, that model always fails. Whenever they say, oh, sea levels are going to rise this much by this time, that time goes by, and guess what? Nothing really happened. Sorry. And I looked up this article, and I gotta say, it was mainly a governmental type bureaucracy report. It had less to do with talking to actual scientists. One of the main scientists that worked on it, I don't know, he's a Swedish, I think he was a Swedish fellow. No, I don't know. He was from Sweden, somewhere around that area. And, yeah, he is a scientist, but he is also a political guy. And you can, I don't need to tell you where his politics lean. So, yeah, I can't take his word, but for, on face value. This is not the first time Obama received pushback for warning against going too far left on some issues. Oh, and that they said that. Exactly. Not even that long ago. Was this October 31st? Obama on call-out culture. That's not activism. The former president challenged youth activists for being judgmental. You should get over that quickly, he said. That was the first thing that really got them riled up. They did not like that at all. Journalist Ernest Owens took exception when former president criticized woke social justice warriors November 1st during a speech at the Obama Foundation Summit in Chicago. But the former president's disdain for the kind of criticism that has become popular to dismiss as cancel culture is misguided, Owens said in a New York Times interview on November 1st. It's not misguided. It's not misguided. That's how bad you progressives and activist types have become. It's gotten so bad that Barack Obama is talking shit about you. That's how you know you failed. You failed. I've said it before many times. It's one of my favorite little adages. Whenever you point the finger at someone over something, you always got three fingers pointed right back at you. And what does the left do? They always want to point their finger at someone else over everything. But guess what? They got three fingers pointed right back at them. Whatever they say anyone else is guilty of, they're guilty of it 10 times more. It's ridiculous. Yeah, other writers expressed similar positions. The former president took black and progressive movements to task without understanding his own failure to deliver change. Malika Jabeli? Malika Jabeli. Okay. An activist and writer. All of them are. Is everyone that ties themselves with the left, are they all just considered activists now? Because that's neat. It seems to be what I'm seeing. It's a pattern here. Argued in a November 1st Guardian editorial. Well, if you're talking to the Guardian, that's not that good. Yeah. I'm telling you, the progressives are going to destroy the Democratic Party. I mean, utterly destroy it. We're already seeing small little collapses. Little they've been chipping away, and certain corners are starting to collapse. They got a big problem in the Democratic Party. It's not one party. It's not. It's two parties that don't really get along. What's funny to me is moderates and centrists, they understand that they got to work with the Republicans, you know. We got to work together. When you have two opposing sides, when they come together and hash things out, we come up with really good legislation most of the time, which we haven't seen, I don't think, hardly any legislation, because the Democrats are so obsessed with this impeachment thing, which is all nonsense in itself. I don't know if you've been watching, but I have, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I've pointed out many of the problems with it on previous videos. But just look at this. It's a thing of beauty for us on the conservative side. The left is fractured. The progressives are attacking the moderates. The moderates, they're not even really attacking back because most of them don't have a backbone. But I'll give it to Obama. In this situation, he does have a backbone, and he's standing up for his party, which, you know, kudos to him. Mad props. Because anybody who's going to call out these woke leftists, these Twitterati cancel culture fools, I'm all for, man. I'm all in. Good job, Obama. He gets more than one this time. Congratulations. Listen to him and fix your party, Democrats. Love to hear your comments, and as always, like, share, and subscribe. I will catch you on the flip side.